Welcome to Tour Italy 360. Today, we'll take you on a journey to discover one of northern Italy's most precious jewels, Lake Maggiore. Get ready for a fascinating trip through breathtaking landscapes, millennial history, and culinary delights that will make you fall in love with this corner of paradise. Lake Maggiore, also known as Verbano, is the second largest lake in Italy. It stretches for 68 km in length, with a surface area of about 212 km2, nestled between the Alps and offering breathtaking views. Its crystal-clear waters reflect the blue sky and surrounding mountains, creating a natural spectacle that enchants visitors from all over the world. We begin our journey from the famous Borromean Islands, true jewels set in the waters of the lake. Isola Bella, with its majestic baroque palace and terraced gardens, will leave you speechless. Walking among the flower beds and white statues, you'll feel transported to a fairy tale world. The gardens, designed in the 17th century, are a triumph of beauty and ingenuity, with 10 terraces rising like a truncated pyramid crowned by the unicorn, the heraldic symbol of the Borromeo family. Isola Madre, the largest of the islands, will welcome you with its botanical garden, a paradise of exotic and rare plants. Here you can admire species from all over the world, such as the Kashmir cypress, the oldest in Europe, and rare collections of azaleas, rhododendrons, and camellias. The Renaissance Palace on the island houses a precious collection of antique puppets and theaters. Don't forget Isola dei Pescatori, the only inhabited island year-round where you can lose yourself among the picturesque alleys and taste fresh fish in characteristic restaurants. With its houses with wooden balconies and fishing nets hung out to dry, this island retains the intact charm of an ancient fishing village. Moving to the mainland, we must mention Stresa, the pearl of Lake Maggiore. This elegant town, with its Belle Epoque hotels and flowery lakeside promenade, will make you feel like characters in a period novel. From here, you can take the cable car to Monte Mottarone, where you'll enjoy a 360-degree panoramic view of the lake and surrounding Alps. On the clearest days, the view can extend as far as Milan and the Lombard Plain. For nature and garden lovers, Villa Taranto in Verbania is a must-visit. With over 20,000 plant species from around the world, this botanical garden is a true earthly paradise. In spring, the blooming of tulips and azaleas creates a colorful carpet that will take your breath away. Don't miss the spectacular flowering of Victoria amazonica, a giant water lily whose leaves can reach 2 meters in diameter. The mild climate of Lake Maggiore, protected by the Alps, allows for the growth of an almost Mediterranean vegetation. Palm trees, lemon trees, and other exotic plants thrive here, creating a unique landscape that contrasts wonderfully with the mountains in the background. This particular microclimate has allowed for the creation of splendid gardens, such as those of Villa Pallavicino in Stresa, where you can admire not only rare plants but also a small zoo with exotic animals. But Lake Maggiore is not just nature and landscapes. Its millennial history has left indelible traces on the territory. The Rocca di Angera, an imposing medieval fortress dominating the Lombard shore of the lake, will catapult you back in time with its frescoed halls and the doll and toy museum. From the keep of the fortress, you can enjoy a breathtaking view of the lake and the Alps. For art lovers, the Hermitage of Santa Caterina del Sasso is a must-see. This monastery perched on the rock, which seems almost suspended over the lake, will amaze you with its architecture and medieval frescoes. Legend has it that it was founded by a rich merchant who survived a shipwreck as a sign of gratitude to Saint Catherine of Alexandria. We can't talk about Lake Maggiore without mentioning its rich food and wine tradition. The vineyards surrounding the lake produce excellent wines, such as Gemme DOC and Isola DOC. Gemme, produced with Nebbiolo grapes, is a structured and long-lived red wine, perfect to accompany traditional Piedmontese meat dishes. Isola DOC, on the other hand, includes several varieties, among which Nebbiolo and Prunent, a native grape variety of Val d'Ossola, stand out. Pair these nectars with local cheeses such as Betelmat or Verbano goat cheese for an unforgettable tasting experience. Betelmat, produced in the high mountains, is a semi-cooked cheese with an intense and aromatic flavor, while Verbano goat cheese stands out for its freshness and delicacy. Among the typical dishes, don't miss the risotto with perch, a classic of lake cuisine. Perch, with its white and delicate flesh, is accompanied by a creamy risotto, creating a dish that encapsulates all the flavors of the lake. Another specialty not to be missed is lavarello fillets, a delicate fish typical of the lake, often served simply grilled or in carpione. For dessert lovers, Lake Maggiore reserves some pleasant surprises. Let yourself be tempted by the pan dolce of Stresa, a delicious cake made with hazelnuts and chocolate, or the margheritini of Stresa, crisp cookies flavored with vanilla that owe their name to Queen Margherita of Savoy. Lake Maggiore offers endless possibilities for outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're passionate about sailing, windsurfing, canoeing, or simply love swimming in crystal-clear waters, you'll find your paradise here. The constant breezes that blow on the lake make it particularly suitable for sailing and windsurfing, so much so that many international champions train here. For those who prefer dry land, the trails surrounding the lake offer trekking and mountain biking opportunities for all levels. The Val Grande National Park, the largest wilderness area in Italy, is located a short distance from the lake and offers breathtaking excursions through unspoiled valleys and ancient mountain pastures. For families, Lake Maggiore is an ideal destination. In addition to beaches and water activities, children will love the Pallavicino Park in Stresa, with its animals and enchanted gardens. Here they can admire up-close deer, llamas, zebras, and many other species immersed in a centuries-old park of rare beauty. Don't forget to visit the Transport Museum in Ranco, where you can admire a vast collection of vintage cars, motorcycles, and bicycles. The museum also houses a section dedicated to lake transport, with models of boats and steamers that have plied the waters of Lake Maggiore over the centuries. Couples will find in Lake Maggiore the perfect setting for a romantic holiday. Imagine a sunset dinner on a terrace overlooking the lake, a hand-in-hand walk along the picturesque lakeside promenades, or a moonlit boat trip. For an unforgettable experience, book a gourmet dinner in one of the area's starred restaurants where you can taste innovative dishes that reinterpret local tradition. The magic of Lake Maggiore is not limited to the warm season. In autumn, the warm colors of the surrounding woods are reflected in the lake's waters, creating an unforgettable chromatic spectacle. It's the ideal time to explore historic villages like Cannobio or Canero Riviera, tasting autumn specialties such as porcini mushrooms or chestnuts. In winter, the snow-capped mountain peaks create a striking contrast with the blue waters of the lake, offering postcard-worthy scenery. Even though temperatures drop, the climate remains relatively mild thanks to the mitigating effect of the lake. It's the perfect time to enjoy the Bavano thermal baths or explore the Christmas markets that enliven the lake towns. Spring sees nature awakening, with gardens filling with colors and scents. It's the ideal time to visit Villa Pallavicino Park or the botanical gardens of Villa Taranto, where you can admire spectacular blooms of camellias, azaleas, and rhododendrons. Summer is the liveliest season, with numerous events and festivals animating the lake shores. From the Stresa Festival, which brings great classical music to the Borromean Islands, to the Bavano Festival Umberto Giordano dedicated to opera, there's always something to discover and listen to. Before concluding our journey, we can't help but mention some curiosities about Lake Maggiore. Did you know that here you can find the statue of San Carlone, one of the tallest statues in the world? Located in Arona, this colossal statue of San Carlo Borromeo is 35 meters tall and was erected in the 17th century. It's possible to climb inside the statue up to the head, from where you can enjoy a spectacular view of the lake. Or that Isola Bella is named after Isabella Dada, wife of Carlo III Borromeo. Before being transformed into the baroque jewel we admire today, the island was little more than a rock inhabited by fishermen. It was Carlo III Borromeo who began the transformation work in 1632, dedicating the island to his wife Isabella. Another curiosity concerns the Rocca di Angera, where it is said that Dante Alighieri found inspiration for some passages of the Divine Comedy. The breathtaking view from the fortress is said to have inspired the poet in his description of purgatory. These are just some of the many secrets that Lake Maggiore holds, ready to be discovered by the most curious visitors. Every corner of this territory hides fascinating stories and legends that have been handed down for generations, contributing to create that aura of magic that envelops the lake. Lake Maggiore has also inspired numerous artists and writers over the centuries. Ernest Hemingway, for example, set part of his novel A Farewell to Arms on the shores of the lake. The writer stayed in Stresa during World War I and was fascinated by the beauty of the place. The famous writer Piero Chiara also set many of his novels on Lake Maggiore, masterfully describing the atmosphere and typical characters of these lands. His works offer a vivid picture of life on the lake during the 20th century. For architecture enthusiasts, Lake Maggiore offers extraordinary examples of different styles. In addition to the aforementioned Baroque palaces of the Borromean Islands, Don't miss the opportunity to admire the Liberty-style villas that dot the lake shores. Villa Ducale in Stresa and Villa San Remigio in Palanza are just two examples of this elegant early 20th century architecture. Photography lovers will find in Lake Maggiore an inexhaustible subject, whether it's the reflections of dawn on the calm waters of the lake, the vivid colors of blooming gardens, or the breathtaking panoramas from the surrounding peaks. Every corner offers the opportunity to take unforgettable photographs. For those interested in more recent history, Lake Maggiore also holds memories of World War II. The Hotel Regina Palace in Stresa, for example, was requisitioned by the SS and used as headquarters during the Nazi occupation. Today, a commemorative plaque remembers these dramatic events. We can't conclude our journey without mentioning the artisanal traditions that still survive on the shores of the lake. In Canaro Riviera, for example, you can witness the processing of candied citrus fruits, a local specialty. In Intra, you can visit workshops where high-quality umbrellas are still handmade, a tradition dating back to the 19th century. As our virtual journey comes to an end, we hope we've conveyed at least part of the magic and charm of Lake Maggiore. Whether you're young people looking for adventure, families seeking relaxation and fun, or couples in search of romance, Lake Maggiore has something special to offer everyone. We invite you to visit this corner of paradise, to immerse yourself in its crystal-clear waters, to stroll through its flowery gardens, to explore its picturesque villages, and to taste its culinary delights. Lake Maggiore awaits you to give you unforgettable memories. Each season offers a unique perspective on the lake. Spring with its vibrant colors and spectacular blooms, summer with its long days and inviting waters, autumn with its warm colors and romantic atmosphere, and winter with its snowy landscapes and the tranquility that envelops the lake. No matter when you decide to visit Lake Maggiore, you will always be welcomed by the warm hospitality of the lake people, ready to share their stories and traditions with you. Thank you for following this virtual journey with Tour Italy 360. If you liked this video and want to discover more wonders of Italy, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell for notifications. This way, you won't miss any of our upcoming trips to discover the beauties of Italy. Goodbye and have a great trip.